Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? It's a little rainy. What is our subject for today? Our subject for today is listening to your customers to figure out what they're really wanting to buy. I'm going to tell you what, guys, I've been in sales a long time. I mean, it could be any product. A lot of times customers, they will tell you exactly what they're interested in. And here's the problem. We don't always listen. Have you ever done something like that? You ever not listened and then you kind of lost an easy sale because the people were interested in something and you didn't actually find the product because you weren't listening? You were showing them all these other things, these bells and whistles and these properties that the customer really didn't have in mind. You know, I reflect back on, with my parents. They were interested in buying a house with some property quite a few years ago. And the people that they were working with, they took them actually to some places that just did not follow their criteria. It just didn't work out for them. And a lot of these places were in areas, they had a railroad track right there. It had garbage all out in the yard. And it was pretty nasty. And my parents were like, why in the world would somebody take us to go see a property? Did they not listen? Did they not listen to what we wanted? And I'm going to tell you what, I'm talking to myself, Gary Lee Stanley. You're a sales guy. You know, I work for Exit Real Estate Gallery. And one of the key components that I'm learning is that I need to listen to my customers even more. I need to write down the information. I need to find out the criteria of the things that they're actually looking for. I need to make sure that when I show properties, that I'm not wasting the customer's time. Like, say, for instance, I have a customer that I've worked with in the past that was looking for properties that were more than an acre. They actually wanted acreage. Now, at first when they told me, they were talking about an acre. But once they saw properties that had multiple acres on it, that was the key hot point for them. It didn't have nothing to do with the house anymore because the house was just a second thing. And I was surprised because most customers, the houses that they live in is the most important thing. But for these particular customers, they had to have a lot of land. And so my job is to listen to the customer. And at first, like I said, I didn't hear what they were talking about, only because I had showed them some stuff that was different and that was larger than they had originally thought. They said like an acre at first, and then it became 3, 4, 5, and 10 acres. So what do you do in a situation like that? At first when I started with the customer, I just started showing them nice areas, rural areas where they had 1 acre plots and stuff like that. But then once I showed them this one property that had 4.5 acres, it was it. That's all they want to see is something that's large. And in this economy, it's nice people are selling their properties. But unfortunately, there's not always a tremendous amount of properties that's got a lot of land. So you do have to go into the rural areas. So that's what I've done. I've taken care of them. They've got what they want. And now they're satisfied customers. But this is the key, guys. What was the whole topic? We need to listen to our customers. I've been in sales since the 80s in one form or capacity, from customer service to selling. I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And one of the key components that you have to remember, I don't care what kind of sales you're in, you have to listen to the customer. They will walk you through the process. You want to have some really great questions. You want to have a piece of paper or a little tablet or something and write down the answers to these questions. Because see, what happens is, as salespeople, we get kind of excited. Yeah, we got somebody actually to talk to. We get to sell something. And I'm going to tell you what, when you get like that, you forget stuff. So always have a pen and paper, write down the information, and have some really great questions prior, so that way you can ask some intelligent questions and walk the customer through a process of seeing themselves owning the products that you're selling. I don't care what you're selling. It's all pretty similar, features and benefits. But if you don't listen, it's just like selling, let's just say, for instance, a CD player. Maybe these particular folks, they wanted a multi-disc CD player. Maybe they didn't even want a CD player. Maybe they wanted something that was something way out there, and you were showing them stuff that just didn't meet their criteria, didn't meet their needs, didn't do anything that they wanted. It could be a simple computer. Maybe it could be something that you're looking at and you're trying to sell it to them, and it's not exactly. Now, sometimes you want to have good, better, and best. That means you may have 3 products or 3 homes that you can show the customer. You don't want to give them so much. I've seen where they have like 100 computers. Holy cow, which one do I choose? You want to kind of break it down. That's why I told you need to ask good questions. Write down the information that they give you, and then give them 3 to 5 choices. That's all customers really need to make an informed and good buying decision. Now, you may, with a home, have to go look at more than that, but what I'm sharing with you is it makes it easier on you, so you're not wasting your gas, you're not wasting your time, and you're definitely not going to lose a good customer because they think you ain't listening. Hey, are you listening? You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. You can check me out on my website, and make sure you give me a thumbs up and go ahead and chime in with any additional questions. And also do me a favor, check out my Exit Real Estate Gallery website at yourrealestatesalesguy.com. It'll walk you through the process in Northeast Florida and find the home of your dreams. And if you need some help, and if you live in a different state, that's okay. I've got people I can reach out to, and we can make sure you get great service. But today, our topic for today is listening. Listening, guys, selling and listening means that you're not going to be like other salespeople. Most salespeople, they do not listen. I've been there and I've done that, and I've lost a lot of really great opportunities because I didn't take the time to listen to my customers. I was in a hurry. I wanted to get to the next customer. But in some products, you can't hurry. You need to slow down. You need to ask good questions. Fill them out. But you definitely don't want to waste their time, and you don't want to waste your time. Because if you're showing a 4-bedroom home and they're only looking for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, which is very rare, but if that was what they were looking for because they were downsizing, and you didn't show it to them, and you kept showing them all these big houses that's got a lot of money because you know, hey man, they got a $400 or $500 budget to work with, and really all they wanted to spend was $250,000. So you got to be real careful. Ask questions. Listen to what they say. Ask them what their budget range is. It doesn't matter what product. It could be life insurance. People live on budgets today. They've got to figure out a way to fit it in their pocketbook and their means, because some people live outside of their means and then they suffer and they ruin their life. And you want good referrals, so just make sure that when you sell something, you sell it above board and you help them fit it in their means. Now, a lot of times people buy not only what they need, but they buy what they want. So you got to be real careful with that. Now, if they want to buy something, and you know, it's not up to you to tell them what they want to buy. So if it costs too much, that's their business. But your whole thing is to listen to them, make sure you walk them through a process, go through the paperwork, give them information so they can make informed financing decisions. And you also need to make sure you ask for the order. Did you want to go ahead and go with that? And be quiet and write it up. If they say yes, write it up. If they say no, just keep going. Because see, you're engaging the customer. You're making them feel important and that they matter. And it's really important that you make customers feel important. Because see, a lot of times we look at them as like a dollar bill. Okay, I mean, we work on commission, honey, and a lot of times we don't think about them. We think about ourselves and how we need to make some money, and we can get that stink breath. I mean, oh crap, man, I'm desperate kind of breath. And you got to be really, really careful how you treat your customers. And remember, guys, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. And today we just had a very simple conversation about listening to your customers and why it's so important. Because I'm going to tell you what, customers will break it down for you. And if they're engaging in you and they're talking to you, even if they're giving you objections and you're overcoming the objections, that is a good customer. Now, if they're not listening to you and they're rolling their eyes and they're trying to get away from you, that sucks. That's scary. So you need to reel them in like a fish, and you need to walk them through the process. And remember, guys, make sure you always listen, write down those important things that the customer has said, so when they give you objections about why they can't buy today, you can say, well, listen, Mr. and Mrs., this is what you said. You were looking for a 4-bedroom. You wanted an additional 3rd bathroom. You said that you wanted easy access to downtown. You also said that you wanted it fenced in. You also said and so and so and so and so forth. So the key to success in this regard, guys, is listen to what they say and use that as your closing technique. And I'm going to tell you what, you can close a whole lot more sales when you listen and you regurgitate back to them exactly what they said they wanted. Okay? And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a wonderful conversation about selling and listening to your customers and writing up the order. Can you do me a favor, guys? Have a wonderful day and just keep listening. Check out all my videos. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of different types of sales videos that can walk you through the process from real estate to insurance to mortgages and to more. And just give me a thumbs up and just subscribe. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your real estate sales guy, your sales guy. We just had a wonderful conversation today about listening. Did you hear it? All right.